What's going on, everybody? It's Lucky Finn Gaming here, and welcome back to Ark Survival Evolved, where today we're going to be taking a second look at the Maewing. I'm currently on our PvE world, where where we have a lot of stuff going on here. So just kind of, ignore all that unless you'll want to see a tour of it. But today I want to take a second look at the Maewing, mostly because there have been a lot of updates to this creature, and it has been nerfed in several different ways that I want to talk about today. So to start with, when the Maewings were first released, all you had to do was turn on their nursing and it would spew out this milk, which I can't even lie to you, looks a little gross. But it would spew out the milk and it would feed any baby, wyverns, carnivores, herbivores, it didn't matter. It would feed them purely based off of its milk. But now they only serve as a baby feeding trough, which honestly just removes the need for the nursing range. Honestly, it's kind of pointless to even have the nursing turned on. It would be much easier if instead of having to turn the nursing on, you just put food in there and they would just eat out of that. It would make it so much easier. But they've really nerfed how this thing works. It was unfortunate because I've waited a month to get to this because less than 2 days after the update, honestly, they nerfed the Maewing, and then they've just been handing it nerf after nerf after nerf ever since. So really, unfortunately, this thing is, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still really useful. As you can see, I have our little baby Shadow Mane in here that I'm breeding for boss fights that we're getting ready to do. But yes, now you have to actually put food in the Maewing, which, don't get me wrong, it cuts the weight of foods in half. As you can see, if I pull that out, it cuts it in half, which is always nice. But it's still a great diminishing effect. And I'm lagging. Give it just a minute, guys. Alright guys, another thing that caught that hard nerf is the Maewing's flying capabilities. So I'm going to go ahead and launch off here, and I'm going to show you guys how this thing has been nerfed. As you can see, it still has its really nice turning circle. However, you remember on the first one, as you may remember, I was able to just pull a complete stop on this thing, and it would just stop. Unfortunately, that has been nerfed. They've also taken out their ability to basically be able to fly straight up again. So, this is, as you can see, as I'm not really even looking down at all, I have definitely lowered from where I jumped off at. So yeah, definitely yet another nerf for the Maewing. Honestly, it's kind of disappointing how much they've nerfed this thing. They really didn't waste any time nerfing. It's been less than a month, or well, it's been just a little over a month since this update released. And of all the things they nerfed so heavily, it's disappointing to see that they nerfed the Maewing so heavily. Alright guys, I've complained a lot about the Maewings here, but despite all the complaints and the nerfs that I am very disappointed in for the Maewing, these things still do come with some great abilities. As you can see here, we have a lot of Maewings, but these aren't necessarily for raising babies. No, in fact, Maewings, despite the fact that they are all genderless, as you can see, they don't have a gender, you may have seen here, it dropped an egg. So they do have eggs, but as you can see, that one was just a basic egg. But they actually drop a very wide variety of eggs. Now, as I've seen, I believe they have nerfed how often the Maewings drop different or better eggs. As you can see here, I have 3 basic eggs, and then I have 1 superior Maewing egg, which I can use to create kibble. So we have this barn with Maewings, so that way you could farm their eggs. Again, though, unfortunately, yet another nerf for the Maewing. They've actually made it to where they don't always drop. In fact, far more rarely do they drop good eggs, which is, again, very unfortunate. Maewing is capable of harvesting berries. However, unfortunately, They keep nerfing the poor Maewing, but then they haven't fixed some things like the Maewing's hitbox. You basically have to be right over these berries in order to harvest them. They do not harvest thatch or uh, wood or any kind of fiber. They can, however, eat meat. As you can see here, I have eaten that mammoth, gotten all of its meat, and I'm going to go ahead and bolt out of here just because I don't want to fight those things. There we go. Go ahead and come back to the base here. So, unfortunately, the Maewing has been nerfed in multiple different ways. However, I do think the Maewing is still an absolute staple to any tribe. I mean, the ability to take care of your babies alone like that, like the way they do, to serve as a baby feeding trough is still fantastic. It's still a fantastic thing to have, but it's unfortunate that it's been nerfed the way it has. Now, I do understand that, I mean, they probably didn't want people raising wyverns off of Maewings, especially given how easy Maewings are to tame. I mean, all you need is a net gun and any kind of trank. I mean, it only takes like 5 or 6 tranks from a regular bow, like not even a crossbow, from just a regular old bow, and it will and it will knock out a Maewing. They're really easy to tame, so I can definitely understand why they maybe nerfed their abilities a little bit. But I think it would have been nice if anything that really required, or maybe made some like specializations of some kind. I don't know. It's just unfortunate that the Maewings have been nerfed the way they have been. They were super convenient. But now, honestly, they're a whole lot less convenient. While I gave them an 11 out of 10 on my first review of them, honestly, that has honestly dropped to like a 9 out of 10. I still think they're an absolute staple for any tribe as far as raising babies goes. But they don't even seem to nerf or reduce how much babies eat. I have had to fill up this Maewing a great many times just to feed these 2 babies here. So, yeah, honestly, it's disappointing how much it's been nerfed, but unfortunately, there's not a lot we can do about it. So, I just wanted to give you guys this update. Like I said, I wanted to get to this sooner, but then they started nerfing the Maewing, and it just seems like every update for the last month, they've just doubled down on the nerfs. And finally, it seems like they're done nerfing the Maewing, so I wanted to go ahead and make this review. But if they do make any changes to the Maewings going forward, I will definitely be sure to jump on top of that and let you guys know. But I hope you enjoyed this short review of the Maewing again, and if you liked, please subscribe and maybe hit that like button. And I will see you all in another time and dimension, whenever or wherever that may be. Till then, peace out.